Oh, she misused me past the endurance of a block. An oak but with one green leaf on it would have answered her, but my very visor began to assume lion's scold with her. She told me, not thinking that I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great thaw, huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me that I stood like a man at a mark, the whole army shooting at him. You know, she speaks poniards, and every word stabs. You know, I would not marry her if she were endowed with all that Adam had left him before he transgressed. She would have made Hercules have turned spit, yea, and cleft his club into the fire, too. You know, I wish to God that some scholar would conjure her. As long as she is here, she is, you can live in peace in hell as well as sanctuary. It's true. All horror and perturbation follows her. How's that, guys? What? We were live? You guys are supposed to tell me. Now it just ruined my segment. It happens every week. Something happens. Anyways, well, welcome to the Early Late Night Live Show, everybody. We have guests from Garrison Players here, a director and a cast member. We're going to talk a little Shakespeare because it was his birthday, death day, all that stuff this week. And we'll talk some trailers, of course. We've got some exciting and fun stuff to talk about. So thanks for joining us, and I will see you in a minute on the couch with my hand in my hands.
Hello, everybody. It's the Early Late Night Live Show. We're on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 on our Facebook page, Early Late Night Live Show Facebook page, and on our YouTube channel, the Early Late Night Live Show YouTube channel. So I want to give a quick shout out to Chris Doobie, Stephen Lomer, Adam Newman, who are in the Facebook Live room. And I am making an official announcement now. Next week, we are going strictly to YouTube, because Mark Zuckerberg has been a pain in our butt, and we honestly just don't know week to week whether or not Facebook is going to work. There's some issue with our technology, with Facebook's technology, and so YouTube has never given us any problems, and so we're going to be going strictly to YouTube. I apologize if this is a problem for you guys, but we will be dropping a link to our YouTube page in the Facebook page, and then we'll be dropping links during the show next week. And so that's just to make things simpler. So go on, subscribe to our page, the Early Late Night Live Show YouTube channel, and yeah, that'll be good. Also, we're on Channel 98, Exeter TV, and Garrison Players are in the house tonight. Very excited about this, yeah. So, sitting with me always, unfortunately, is my sister KJ.
Hey.
All right, and Mitch Fortier. Nice monologue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, when we said a monologue, we didn't want you to just appropriate someone else's monologue. We actually wanted you to be inventive and come up with your own. And so when you said, oh, I want to practice, yeah, what, Bobby?
Don't be so hard on him. You did a great job, I thought. I just, bad timing.
Bobby? You're back. You're here, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's...
Blast from the past. Just like my monologue.
Yeah, exactly. Blast from the past, the man behind the machine whose face we cannot show due to contractual issues, but unfortunately, he's here tonight, too. Bobby Trickett is back in the house.
Don't say unfortunate. You know you love it.
I love it.
You look good tonight.
Quick, what?
You look good.
Thanks, Bobby. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, Bobby. That's a weird comment from you. All right, Stephen Lomas in the Facebook Live room, and he says, move the show to MySpace. I don't know if they even have...
Blast in the past.
Yes. Let me see. And then Connie Fortier says, hello, Connie here. Hello, Mitch Fortier.
It's about time she made it.
Yeah.
His mom. I mean,
Yeah.
a couple of
Wow,
few months,
I'm
but
not even watch this show.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's pretty impressive, yeah. My father didn't watch the premiere of like the first 3 of my movies, and the premieres were at his house too, so that should say something.
That's amazing. We've been at Facebook's been giving her problems too, so.
Yeah, that's why we're going to YouTube, just because we're still going to have a Facebook page. We're going to be doing all the announcements, dropping the link onto Facebook and everything like that. But just the Facebook Live, and it's been happening. It happens on other shows too. That people seem to have issues if one bit of music goes the wrong way, or just Facebook just decides we're just not doing this today.
Just decide.
Yeah, exactly. But it is the news segment. So KJ, what do we got in the news?
Okay, so first up,
You told me not to read the news.
I told you not to read the news because I figured this one might be kind of exciting for you. Bond 25 is going to drop their name tomorrow.
Oh,
I didn't
really?
get the reaction I was looking for.
Yes, yes.
Very exciting. They're going to drop the.
One of it's Rosisco.
And the name.
Yeah, one of it's Rosisco was one of the ideas of the name. Rosisco, I think, is one of the ideas they had, which is named, I guess, after one of the. First of all, I found the internet for Bond news.
Yeah, but you didn't know that, did you?
I didn't know.
knew that.
Right? Yes, I knew the rumors of the names.
Sid want to see her disappointed because she'll be,
Todd DeLuca's on the Facebook Live. Hello, Todd DeLuca, former president of Exeter Chamber of Commerce, which is actually right below us. That's where their office is. Hello, Todd DeLuca. All right, Arnie, what other bits of news do you have?
Okay, so Avengers Endgame is
Yes.
coming out this weekend, as you already know.
Yep.
Apparently, there's already a pirated version released on the internet.
Yes, yeah. That's what you were watching before you came over here, right?
Of course not. Of course not. Tony Stark makes it back. Anyway.
You sold MP3s. It's illegal. I remember
I
that.
did. Actually, now I subscribe to the new and legal Napster.
Yes.
Hashtag now you know my age.
Yeah.
Okay.
drop the Napster bomb and yeah.
Yeah, MySpace and.
Wow, this is.
Did you have a MySpace page?
Speaking of throwbacks.
Sorry, shut up. Yeah, Bobby's big passes. Yeah, all right.
MP3 player.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you know there's a J.R.R. Tolkien movie coming out, right? About how he created the Lord of the Rings. books.
Oh,
Like a making of kind
Yeah,
of
so
thing?
it's like, yeah.
is it a documentary or like
No, it's a
a?
movie. It's like a dramatized
Oh, okay.
version of him going off to war.
What do
his,
they call that? There's a name for that.
a biopic.
Biopic. Okay, right.
So there's a biopic of J.R.R. Tolkien coming out. All the Catholic nerds are super excited about it. I'm excited about it too.
Hannah would be very excited about it too, because my
Yeah.
girlfriend is huge into Lord of the Rings. So
The Tolkien family has decided not to endorse it.
what?
They're like,
Huh.
they've also asked that people do not write fan fiction about Lord of the Rings. They've been strict on that.
Well, okay, people for Tolkien though have been very respectful of Tolkien for the yeah.
They are generally, as a fan base, they're very respectful.
Right.
The movie looks honestly very respectful too, so I don't know what it is.
Have you seen the trailer for it or
Yeah,
something?
it looks amazing.
Okay, all right.
And I'm not even a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
Right.
You know, I feel like I have to revoke my geek card. Anyway, but it's kind of always.
It's got a hole in it.
Yeah.
And not because it was punched, because, for any rewards or anything.
But anyway, so that they just came out this week and said that they're not really in favor of this movie. I don't think they're going to do anything to stop it, but it's kind of sad for them.
Stephen Lomer said, Terry's audio is clipping, I think peaking is the word, and KJ and Mitch are super low. You guys have to talk up, like you have to talk louder than
The other thing that happened is,
Eat the mic.
Huh?
Eat the mic.
I'll
Eat the
move
mic,
my
yeah.
mic up.
Yes,
Like that.
there we go.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So anyway,
It's this thing called levels in the.
Yes.
yeah, also mine's hidden under my collar. There we
Right,
go.
all right.
Anyway, so thank you, Steve Lomer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Except you didn't move it at
I
all.
did. I moved it up an inch.
It's still behind the collar.
All right. So anyway, so the Oscars. I have a teeny tiny mic now. The Oscars had their annual meeting about their rules, and they decided that they were not, after all, going to go after Netflix this year. So the rules remain the same. Any movie that's 7 days, 3 times a day in a theater for people to buy tickets to see it is eligible for an Oscar.
Okay.
So, Stephen, oh my God, I was going to say Stephen Lomer.
Well, I think Stephen Lomer.
The guy who directed, oh my God.
Steven Spielberg, you meatball. What's wrong with you?
That's right, because he was one of the outspoken ones about that.
Yeah, I think he was
Yes.
the outspoken one
He was
too.
not at the meeting.
Yeah.
I wonder what he was doing.
Yeah. I don't know. All right.
So that means Netflix can still be awarded Oscars, but they don't have to be in theaters.
No, they do have to be in theaters. The rule
It's
is
just,
they have to be in a theater where someone has to pay for a ticket
For at least
for
7
7
days.
days, running 3 times a day. That's
Oh, that's the rule. Okay.
Because they think that, according to the president of the academy, that's an integral part to the
Yeah, and it's a pretty reasonable target and goal to achieve, I guess. And so,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
A theater.
I would love to have seen The Highwaymen in theaters.
Yeah, I think
That would have been a good movie to see in theaters. Yeah, especially well, a lot of Netflix films will have a sweeping epic type of look to it. I
I would
mean,
have loved to see Bright in the film.
Bright. Yeah, Bright was a very good movie.
It was a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Did you see Bright?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, very good
You
movie.
like
So.
Will Smith, shoot 'em up. So.
I do like Will Smith, actually. He's in a new film.
Gemini. Yeah, which
Which I almost used this week, but I decided not to.
because you didn't want to change it again at the last minute.
Yes, because I kept changing my mind.
Yeah.
I'm very excited this week. There's a lot of.
You can clip it onto your shirt. Just don't put it
No,
underneath
I
the.
lost the clippy thing. Oh, here it is. Okay.
All
Anyway, speaking of fails, Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley are in a movie called Walking Chaos, which has been deemed unreleasable by the producers. It was supposed to come out in March, and it's almost May, and now they're saying that they just can't release it because it's so bad.
Hang on
That's
one
gonna be a
second.
bummer.
I will say this. Hang on one second. We're going to cut really quick to the trailer for our guest coming up, just because we're experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty with the sound. So we're going to show you a trailer and figure out what's going on with the sound. This is the fun part about doing a live show. I'm going to go smack the tech guys, and then we'll be right back.
By smack, I mean lovingly admonished.
And we're back. Hopefully we fix things right now. To be honest, we didn't do a heck of a lot in those 54 seconds or a minute, something like that.
But what we did was valiant.
Yeah, what we did was we made a valiant effort. So I'm going to look for a thumbs up or a thumbs down from our tech guy. Does the audio sound better, tech guy? That was a hesitant thumb up, yes. So
How about the audience? The audience can wait.
yes, yeah. So audience, weigh in on our Facebook Live and our YouTube Live.
You can't hear us, and if you want to hear us,
Yes.
maybe two different
Well,
things.
there could be like a thing like, this is the best show ever. We can't actually hear what they're saying right now. So, all right, continue on with the news, Arnie.
Okay, so
You got 2 minutes before we have to go to break.
all right, so Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler are working together in a new Netflix murder mystery, which I'm really excited about because I really want to see both of them in a murder mystery. I'm assuming it's a comedy. I don't have much information.
Wow,
on it.
okay. Because Adam Sandler's been in a lot of Netflix movies.
Yes, he has.
Right, yeah.
But anyway, it should be fun.
Because, I mean, think about it. The types of films that he made that went to theaters, you would only see if you were high or drunk. And people typically aren't like that in movie theaters, so they had to go to Netflix so you can do that at home.
Remote Control was pretty good. I can't remember what it was called.
Oh, Click.
Yeah.
Click, yeah, that was the name of the movie, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was like 10 years ago, though, at least.
I was going to say.
Oh yeah, it was a long. Yeah.
What year did, Bobby, what year did Click come out?
That was, I think, 2011.
Can you look it up?
Yeah,
Yeah, you have a computer in front of you? That's why I could guess too.
Don't pick on him. He's being nice tonight.
I actually thought he was like
2006.
he actually knew the answer.
He actually.
Yeah.
2006. So I said 15 years, so I was pretty close.
Yeah, Mitch, it's
I thought he was pretending to guess so that he could then look it up and be right.
Yeah, no, he was really off. He was, yeah.
Because that would have been good. It would have been pretty funny, actually. Yeah. Funnier than my monologue.
All right. Come on,
Your
man.
monologue was a classic.
Your monologue.
It wasn't supposed to, well, yeah.
It is a classic.
It is a classic.
Yeah.
It's got
Yeah.
some funny lines in it, too. One of which I
mean-
dropped, actually. But
Well,
you didn't know that.
That's
Kenneth
a.
Branagh did his monologue. I'm just saying.
That's
It's
true,
a pretty good
for that
monologue
part.
of Kenneth Branagh.
I think you both did
different
Shakespeare's
version of it,
monologue, right?
What?
I think they both did Shakespeare's monologue, right?
What's your
You
point?
know,
What is your point, Terry?
why do you mind?
I'm the type of Shakespeare person. When I'm sitting there in a play, I'm waiting and I start to laugh, and then I realize that I was the only one laughing. And there's two things. One is either no one else got the joke, or it wasn't actually a joke. Typically, it's the wasn't actually a joke, and I'm too stupid because I didn't understand what was going on.
The fact that watches Romeo and Juliet and is like, that's awesome.
I was waiting for them to knock off that whiny kid, Romeo. All right, anyways, we're going to go to break. When we come back, we'll have our guests from the Garrison Playhouse. This is the Early Late Night Live Show on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8.
What we are witnessing here
Wait, you're Nathan Hale.
What, is there a fly or something going around?
Just calm down, all right?
Calm down? Why should I calm down? People are trying to kill me.
Calm down. I'm a detective. You're a detective. You're gonna be all right, okay?
Headquarters to all available units. We are receiving multiple reports of possible fire in
moves
the
fast.
area of 15 Blackwater Road.
Ask questions later.
Detective Harris and Marshall have advised that they are in the area and were
Hey, did you see what you...
Okay, look, if we just talk about this half a minute, I just want to know a little idea what's going on. Just a little smidget.
No,
I don't really...
no.
Shut up with the hitting!
Grab the gun.
No!
Shut up.
All right, let's just stay right there. I wouldn't want to have to go shooting you.
Freeze!
Front!
Freeze.
Okay, well, this couldn't get any worse. Then again...
Well, isn't this a predicament? You know, those other cops are gonna be here soon.
Yeah. So we better get out of here before Barney Fife gets us. I know you're not gonna shoot the kid.
Thank God for that.
Shut up, kid. And drop your pistol.
What, so you can kill us like those two detectives?
I didn't kill anyone. I was framed.
Oh yeah? With the history of your old man, why would I
It's
even...
the first time for everything, Jason. You wanna make my new tally?
Oh, this is awkward.
So, Temple.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Great. Now we got 3 accounts of assaulting a police officer.
Hey, Terry! What's the name of that show you got going on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock?
The Early Late Night Live Show on Facebook?
Yeah, that's the one. That sounds like lots of fun. Isn't that the one that you got guests on?
Mm-hmm, it is.
Oh, well, I think you should have Steve be a guest on that show. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep, definitely.
Good idea, yeah. You a photographer?
Yeah, no, not at all.
Mm-hmm.
Nope,
You sure?
nope, not even a little bit. Not me neither. Nope. Think you bought it? Yep, sure. We'll see Steve on that show very soon. Yep.
from New Hampshire, and he has a car.
Well, I don't think he's gonna let me borrow it for 4.5 hour trip.
Oh,
so-
come on, Nate. Really? I think you could figure something out.
Touche. Mommy. Jackie! Whoa! Oh my lord, did you see that down there? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's your respirator right there. You can see it right there. The particles are hanging off. Okay, here's the thing. The net on it, it's broken. Okay, so that's really gonna like letting stuff get up into your garburator. And your garburator is gonna just like, you know, stop everything dead in your motor. Right in the middle of the highway, it'll happen. Best thing to do, take it to a mechanic. You know what? Forget it. Give me the keys, and then I'll take it to my mechanic. That's the best way to do this, because he'll do a really nice job, and he'll do it for free, because he does the same thing for my bike, you know, because you have to really change them all every so often here. So you know what? No, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, okay? Why don't you go inside, have it done. You know, I know you have to be at work about 9 on Monday. I'll be back by 8. This is a 3-hour trip. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it, okay?
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Steve.
You still got that late night show on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock?
Goodness gracious. So, I think we're back on the air now. We've been on the air. We have sorry there was some mic problems. We don't know what was going on. And to be perfectly honest, I'm going to say this to all three of you on this couch right now have had a lot of experience on stage, okay? Do you typically, is Garrison player, do you actually have a microphone set up on stage, actually wired or anything like that? It's a small enough play?
We typically don't have any microphones. It's typically voice projection.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Now,
musicals will use microphones more often than straight plays.
Yeah, okay. Now, there's such a feeling of helplessness sitting in this chair and you're getting comments like, I can't hear the audio. The one good news about having the audience in the Facebook Live is that we get to actually see what people think about the show. Which, the one bad news about having people in the Facebook Live is we get people's opinion about the show too. And so I sit here, I'm just like sweating bullets going, oh my God, I can't do anything. And Autumn, you've been with...
We got to fix, I think.
We got to fix. I'm pretty sure it's fixed. Fixed right now.
Exeter TV rep, and you know, and everybody's worked together. Yeah, we got it done, man.
We got it going. But you've been on set with me, and Autumn has spent a decent amount of time with me on set, and so she's seen like the fire build up inside my head of like, you know, what in God's name is going on back there? I can't really do that on the air, nor should I do that in general, but it happens. But anyways, I'd like to introduce you guys introduce yourselves for the audience out there. It's great to have you on the show.
Thank you. So my name is Autumn Allen. I am currently in the cast of Death by Chocolate, which is coming up at the Garrison Players Art Center in Rollinsford, New Hampshire. And I'm also a member of the board of directors. I am the production director over there for the next year and a half on the board of directors, so I'm very excited to be here. And you?
Despite my laryngitis, I will tell you, I'm Denise McDonough. I am the director for Death by Chocolate. I am soon to be on the board, so I'm very excited about doing that as well.
Cool.
So,
yeah, I've been to a couple of plays at Garrison Players, and always a great performance over there. Autumn, you've been there for a while. You've done a lot of performances, right?
I have done a lot of performances. Actually, Garrison Players was as a child where I fell in love with the stage. I remember being very young and I would go and see their performances, their productions. This is an organization that's been around since the 1950s and community theater at its best, soup to nuts, and now they have their own building, which was opened in 2004, around that time. And yeah, so I started on the stage with them in around 2000 as an actress, and then I started their youth theater programs in 2008. So
Very cool. Very, very cool. How long have you been?
Oh, with Garrison, just a few years.
Oh, okay.
Just a couple years itself. I've done a lot of theater on the seacoast,
right.
And some of my own productions. I think I've done like 3 or 4 shows at Garrison, you know, since some of the recent ones.
All right.
It's been fun.
So what's the benefit? I've never been a part of community theater. I know Mitch has obviously been a huge part of it, past like 20 years or something like that. But what would you say is the benefit of community theater in your eyes?
Well, it's so funny that you asked me that, Terry.
Yeah, it's like it's written down or something like that.
Oh my gosh, you know, the benefits. I did a whole thesis on the benefits of community theater for my psychology master's. So actually, the benefits of community theater, they're vast, and everybody can gain something, whether you're involved as a volunteer, helping, you know, ushers and house managing, helping backstage with lights and sound, helping, you know, direct something. It's a place for everyone to come and gain sense of self, gain social interaction.
Community.
Absolutely community. I work currently in the behavioral health sector out in the community, and socialization and connectedness is what is missing in so many people's lives. And community theater really offers people to get involved on stage or off and connect with people that are really passionate about the arts.
Cool.
And I can attest to that. Probably one of the coolest casts that I've ever been a part of was in a show I just recently did, Rio Hondo, in Manchester. And because of the cast tightness and how well we got along and just gelled, the show became exponentially better.
Yes.
After the fact, there were people who literally were almost hermits or just not in the real world for whatever reason, their living situations and things like that. But theater is an outlet that was accessible to them, and their lives have been changed. No, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and they've made friends for life. So it happens all the time, I'm sure, but I've only in my life of doing theater, this is the first time I think it's really changed somebody's life to that degree.
Really?
So
that you've been witness to?
Yeah, exactly.
There's quite a bond, and you so feel it at closing when you're just like, oh my gosh, I won't see you guys till the next show, but you just, it's like, yeah, it's really, you see a lot of tears as well as handshakes and stuff like that, so hugs.
Community is a huge part, no question.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's nice you get all levels of theater experience in a community theater.
Really?
Yeah, a couple people in my cast, this is their first show. Actually, Edith, it's her very first performance.
Like ever?
Ever on stage.
Yep.
Wow.
And others are well seasoned, like this one on here.
There were several in Rio Hondo, same thing. You get all walks of life and
and you learn, and you never
experiences.
stop learning, even seasoned compared to brand new.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
True
you
story.
just bring it all.
What would you say is the difference between stage actor, because now you've experienced film recently.
Recently, very
Right,
recently.
Right, yeah. Mitch, you've been on both. Have you been in film at all?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, then I'll ask Autumn, what would you say the difference between film actors and stage actors that you can tell? If there's one difference that sort of stands out.
Honestly, when I'm creating a character for the stage, that character needs to be three-dimensional from the minute I walk onto that stage, and there's no breaking that character. I was really shocked. It was kind of a culture shock doing the dinner party with Narrow Street Films and KJ, because you would say cut and the film would stop rolling, and then it would be like everybody would be them. They wouldn't be their character anymore. And I was sitting there, I'm like, but I'm Lucinda. Like, I can't just stop being Lucinda. That to me is striking, that people can just kind of turn it on and off, whereas stage actors, there's no turning it off. Even when I'm backstage between my own scenes, I don't get out of character. And that's different for each actor, I think. Some actors can walk off stage and be like, hey, what are you doing later? But me, I'm like, nope, I am my character. I am Margaret Daniels with Death by Chocolate from the minute I step on page 14 until I end, you know.
That makes sense, because I thought you were mad at me on set, because you're really quiet between takes, and I just like, what am I doing wrong?
No, I know, and I get that too in theater, because not everybody works that way. So I have to kind of preface when I'm getting to know the cast and that this is just how I work, and no, you know, I don't mean any ill will, but don't talk to me in between scenes.
So you know you're always learning in theater. It's always something to learn, right? If you think you know everything about acting, A, you're wrong, but B, there's other things to go learn about, right? So backstage and everything like that. But I find it curious that you stay in character in between scenes. Do you make up stories and things that your character is doing in between those moments?
I
kind
do.
of fill the blanks?
I do.
Cool.
And I also teach that when I'm directing or working with children. I teach that as a skill, as you know, to create a three-dimensional character. Because as a director, I mean, I can talk about being a director of, you know, of different pieces. Some of the best things that I've heard from audience members is I loved watching the background characters.
Yes.
Because there was a whole story going on, even though they weren't center stage and they weren't, you know, the focus of the scene, they were still interacting as characters. So I think that brings such depth and dimension to our storytelling, and I love to do that as a director. So, yeah.
All right, so tell us a little bit about Death by Chocolate.
Ooh, a decadent farce.
Yes.
That's what we're calling it. It is, well, being a farce, a type of comedy that puts a ordinary people, ordinary situations, into a really ludicrous situation.
Right. Mel Brookian type of.
A little, yeah. So it's set in the Meadowbrook Health Spa, which was recently purchased by Lady Riverdale, who owns Riverdale Chocolates. Now, and that's where it gets a little weird. All the little characters come in, and all of a sudden, they start dying. So
there's death.
There's death everywhere. And what happens and how. Being the farce, it's just, I'll say it again, ludicrous.
It's so silly.
Yeah, it's so silly. The deaths are crazy. I've got fabulous actors on the stage, and they're doing a wonderful job. Autumn is great.
Hey, thanks.
Pistol packing mama, she's really good. So come see it. Come see what silliness these guys can do.
What are the dates? Because we'll make sure we drop it on our Facebook page and everything like that. See, I'm right on it. Yeah. That's not written on the list here, you know. I just get told by the other members of our team to say, you know, you should probably ask them when their things are coming out. I'm like, oh, right, yeah.
Yep.
Just sitting for an hour here doing nothing but chatting.
Well, we open on May 3rd, and we close on May 18th. Cool. So we did the 3 weekends.
Oh, you're actually running 3 weekends.
Yeah.
3
Is
weekends.
that typical of your productions?
We do that with Garrison, yeah. So it's Friday and Saturday at 8, and then Sunday, there's 2 Sunday performances at 2. And tickets are $18, so pretty good bang for your buck there. Some pretty good theater for a pretty low price.
Well, good for you guys that you can run 3 weekends and justify it, you know, and you're not.
Well, come on over and buy some tickets and help us continue to justify it.
Yeah, I know how tough that can be.
Yes, well, and one of the interesting things about Garrison Players is it's completely volunteer run. So we are one of the longest running.
I forgot that question, didn't I?
That's okay, I'll bring it up for you, Terry. I read the notes too. Completely volunteer run. It's one of the oldest volunteer run theater organizations in the country.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow. So,
well,
yeah.
I'm on the board for Milford Area Players, we may be familiar with, so I'm their secretary, but they haven't been around that long, but there are a lot of members who have, so, I think, but we're all volunteer as well. So
that's great. And what is
our directors are stipended, but that's it.
Okay.
So,
yeah. And do you have your own theater space?
We rent through or have an agreement with the Boys and Girls Club in Milford.
Oh.
The Amato Theater, which used to be the American Stage Festival.
Yeah.
So it's a 400-seat theater that's just amazing. Oh. We're very blessed. Yeah, but it's also a very coveted space, so it's sometimes difficult to schedule. But we do get we do give back some of our funds to the club as well. So it works out for both of us. If we make money, they make money. We get a discount on our rates and things like that. So it's not like you guys. You guys went through a lot to get that place. I've read the story about the building, and it's interesting in and of itself on your website. So.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to say, this has gone by way too quickly, though.
I agree.
Guys, I have more questions.
I know. So I just want to say it's been great having you guys on the show, and we'd love to have you guys back, especially if you have if you're looking to hang out on Wednesday night, let us know. We'll have the microphones working next time. But yeah, and next time you guys have a show, love to have you on. We're going to be promoting your stuff, and hopefully we'll be able to make it to a couple of the showings. So Death by Chocolate is going to be its first performance is May 3rd. Friday, May 3rd. One bit of question. What would you say to someone who has never had any experience with theater but wants to get in it? What would you say to them?
Just come down to our theater. Come down to Garrison. Just get your foot in the door. Whether you're ushering, you watch the show for free. You know, you could sell tickets. You could join us for costuming.
Right.
We always need help backstage. Someone just to run props. Once you get your foot in the door, and then you start auditioning. And just, you know, we'd love to meet you.
One of the things that I heard from a woman that joined us within the last couple years over at Garrison Players is that the theater has become like a family to her.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
And, you know, I myself, I'm raising 3 kids, and they're all involved in Garrison, and they consider it a second home. They've met some amazing role models where we, you know, out in the general public, we're not really able to have children connect with adults as easily as it can happen in the theater. So
Yeah, which is a good point.
yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Well,
so
I'm sorry to
thank
say
you.
I got to wrap this up,
Yes,
though. We got to get into a segment, but it was great having you guys on the show. Check out Garrison Players. We'll be dropping all the links in our Facebook and YouTube, and been there myself. Great performances there. Some great performers here, and we are going to be right back.
Nathan Hale.
What, is there a flyer or something going around?
Just calm down, all right?
Calm down? Why should I calm down? People are trying to kill me.
Calm down. I'm a detective. You're a detective. You're gonna be all right, okay?
Headquarters to all available units. We are receiving multiple reports of pump fires in the area of 15 Blackwater Road. Detective Harris and Marshall have advised that they are in the area and you are...
Hey, did you see what you...
Okay, look. If we just talk about this for a minute, I just want to know a little idea what's going on. Just a little smidget.
No.
I don't really...
No.
Shut up with the hang!
Grab the gun.
Move!
And you're back, and we're back. It's the Early Late Night Live Show on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8, and sometimes our microphones work. But tonight, we are in our favorite segment of the show, Trailer Trash. And let's roll our opening credits for Trailer Trash. And we'll be And you're back, we're back, it's Trailer Trash, and our first trailer we have up is...
Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
All right.
Godzilla.
Gojira. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Alrighty.
Okay, so...
Why do I still have this list of questions? We're not going to ask Godzilla any questions.
No, so Godzilla, King of the Monsters is coming out May 31st, and it's directed by Michael Dougherty. I think I'm saying that right.
Dougherty?
Yep. And it stars Bradley Whitford, Sally Hawkins, Kyle Chandler, and
the guy from Friday Night Lights.
And nobody else that I know.
That's Kyle Chandler, yeah. And Ken pronounce that for me, will you?
Watanabe.
Thank you. This is a sequel. All right, so Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and so the cryptozoological agency Monarch faces off against a battery of god-sized monsters, including the mighty Godzilla, who collides with Mothra, Rodan, and his ultimate nemesis, the three-headed King Ghidorah, I think.
That was perfect.
Yay! I pronounced it right.
Okay,
So,
Wait,
first of all, who takes...
Terry.
What was that, Bobby?
Hey, nothing.
Huh?
Nothing.
Okay. Who takes the word zoology seriously? Okay,
I do.
All right.
I do.
Yeah.
Just saying.
First of all, that is a silly sounding word. Okay, it's a childish
Zoological word,
sounding
cryptozoological.
Zoology.
Zoology is a silly sounding word.
It is, but it's a real word.
Colleges
I know it's
are
a real
built
word.
around
Okay.
it.
Huh?
Colleges have been built around it.
Yeah, but this clown colleges too, and it's okay.
So what are you saying about clowns? They're not worth
I'm saying
recognition, they have
zoology
no
is just like.
right to exist.
But no, see, it sounds like you took ologist and just slapped a word on it in the beginning. Like
kinda
I'm
what
a
they did.
bearologist, I'm a couchologist, I'm a TVologist.
I'm totally a couchologist.
Ology means the study of.
I know what it means, Bobby.
All right, just so you know.
It's just a silly sound.
So anyway, there's this cool trailer
Oh, that's
about
right, yeah.
monsters. Okay.
You like monsters? I like
Yeah,
monsters.
that
Yeah.
apparently belch lightning. Because can we talk about that?
Electrified lightning.
Yes. Can we talk about
And
that?
things like that.
That's
Sure.
the way you look at this. Belch lightning. Steve Blackwood's in the Facebook Live room. Hello, Steve Blackwood. Danny
Steve?
Felix. Yes. And all right. Yeah. So that's all.
Yes. So anyway, Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Right.
It's coming out.
Did you see the other Godzilla?
I did not. I did see the King Kong Skull Island,
Which you really liked.
I really
Which
like
I did
that
not
a
see
lot.
that. Now, Mitch.
It does connect up to this movie.
Okay, Mitch, did you see the other Godzilla?
Yeah, it was a while ago though. I mean,
Yeah.
Right? 2017, I think one came out, maybe.
That
I think
was
it's before that.
King Kong.
All right.
Kong Skull
Bobby,
Island.
did you see
Yeah.
the other Godzilla?
Yes.
What did you think
Maybe I
of it?
didn't.
Yeah.
It was okay.
That's what I thought of it.
I
I thought
wasn't
it was,
too big on it.
I thought it was boring.
I don't like any movies boring, but yeah, I love movies.
Did you say you don't
so-
think any movie is boring?
No. Lost in Translation, the only movie, I think. Tom Hanks.
Bill Murray, I think you mean, right?
No, Tom Hanks.
That's Bill Murray in Lost in Translation. Huh?
Autumn's shaking her
Yeah,
head.
that's right. Thank you.
Can someone look that up?
Pretty sure that's Bill Murray in Lost in Translation. Okay, whatever.
Anyway, moving on.
I don't
Godzilla.
remember I don't remember the Godzilla movie that I saw, but it was one with it had like 8 legs and it kind of looked, I don't know. Anyways, it looked pretty cool. I remember just the size of it. That's a pretty epic film. This seems kind of neat, bringing some of the other monsters into the mix and having it Godzilla more or less be the only answer, which is kind of what they're touting in the trailer.
Right,
where-
which was sort of the thing of the first one. So this is the second trailer for this movie. Did anybody see the first trailer for this movie? Okay, Arnie did. What were your first thoughts on the first trailer?
Meh.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what are your thoughts on this trailer?
There was one line in it that made me go like, oh, now I want to see this. And that was when Kyle Chandler said, no, let's take it to them.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, good, the humans are fighting back. Yay! Like,
Right.
now I'm excited.
Yeah.
So, Mitch, what
They actually get involved, right, too?
Right,
So it's
yeah.
a team effort
Right,
kind
they're
of a
not just
situation.
passive.
But
Right.
Because the first trailer I got was like a lot of passive, like, oh, they're monsters. Oh.
It was like the way they play the music. It's like the beauty of these monsters and stuff like that. The first trailer had like this. It looked more like 2001: A Space Odyssey type of type of setup than it did like this is a monster movie. These things are scary, and it was like this.
And they weren't belching like lightning.
They were not belching lightning.
Yeah.
That is true.
Just saying.
Belching lightning.
That's what it looks
it's
like.
pretty, yeah, it is. He's
But I
electrified.
get that, yeah.
So, you know what? I thought Mothra was like a good, like a friend.
I don't know the lore.
I thought
of
so
sort.
too, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
But anyway, yeah. I'm not a huge Godzilla fan in general. I mean, it's been around forever, and they're still making movies about it, which is kind of cool in and of itself. So.
I've only seen two. I've seen the original, and I saw the one with Matthew Broderick, which I really enjoyed.
Which I really enjoyed too, but apparently
Mayhem and destruction's always cool.
Yeah, Roland Emmerich.
You know, giant beasts of. Yeah.
I mean, we all agreed on the Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. Bobby,
let's blow things up.
Bobby, what did you think of this trailer?
Are you asking for thumbs yet? No.
No, not thumbs yet. No.
I thought it was interesting. I wouldn't see it in theaters. I might watch it if I probably won't watch it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. All right, yeah, we're gonna jump right into the rating because everyone sort of had like, yeah, this could be something, but yeah, there was a cool thing about it at one point in time, not necessarily this movie, and yeah, we're not. That's
don't really know. Yeah.
Yes.
I think it'll come out on Netflix and I'll watch it.
Yeah.
If it's on Netflix.
Yeah, I could see that. All right, well, Bobby, what's your rating?
One thumb, half and half, but
all right.
middle road.
Middle of the road. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mitch, your rating?
I'm gonna do one in the middle and then 1 3/4. Because I love the technology of how they make these movies.
Okay.
It's just cool.
All right, Arnie,
I'm
your
gonna
rating?
do one up, one here, because I feel like I'm gonna watch it and walk out like you watch cartoons all day, like that feeling.
Okay.
You know.
I haven't done that for a long time. I want that feeling back.
That Saturday
That Saturday morning, I should not have watched that many or eaten that much cereal.
Too much Captain Crunch.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's what I feel like.
If you didn't know what this, Bobby, back in the day, Saturday morning, you used to watch cartoons on TV live. You actually couldn't
Watch
fast forward
classics
it.
like Darkwing Duck.
He-Man.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, He-Man, yeah, Scooby-Doo.
Why did you do that?
Hanna-Barbera.
I bet you Bobby was born mature.
Because we didn't have
right?
iPads to be sat down in front of while we ate our cereal.
Yeah, all right. Anyways.
What's your rating?
One thumb in the middle because it didn't look as crappy as the other trailer. One thumb down because it's probably going to be as crappy as the other movie. That's how I view it. If you think this is sort of a negative feeling review, you should see me review the other movie. All right. Moving on to the next trailer.
Okay, so the next one is Rocket Man.
Rocket Man. And we're not going to sing.
I was going to say, well,
yes,
we all resisted.
Yes, all resisted.
I did it in my head, though.
Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. All right. Okay, Arnie, go for it.
Okay, so Rocket Man is coming also on May 31st, and it stars Taron Egerton, I think I'm saying that right, Bryce Dallas Howard, I know I said that right, and Richard Madden. It's directed by Dexter Fletcher, and it's a musical fantasy about the fantastical human story of Elton John's breakthrough years.
It looks like there's a lot of actual dance numbers and stuff like that.
Yes, and the star, Taron Egerton, which I think I'm saying his name right, sang did all the vocals himself.
Right. Now,
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked like he was in Kingsman and
Robin Hood, which I still haven't seen, even though I'm going to because it's a bad movie.
Prince of Flops, that's what right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I gather was actually
floppy
cross
movie,
between a epic action film and heist movie, the Robin Hood movie.
Yeah. Did anyone see it? The Robin Hood movie? Okay.
Robin
This
Hood?
is typical
Prince
of what
of Thieves?
happened.
No, the new one. With
Oh, no.
Yeah, with this.
Did you watch Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves?
Yeah.
Okay, just asking.
Okay.
I've lost track of the Robin Hoods. I've watched,
Not
I
that I
think, all of them. But
Errol Flynn and Russell Crowe, only two ones I've liked.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe was
The
really
TV
good.
show, the black and white TV show, was pretty good as well.
I don't think I ever saw that.
It's actually really good. It's very funny.
Okay. Well, anyways, we got to move on to talk about Rocket Man. All right. And so I thought this guy was just everything I've seen. I'm like, you're a dink. That's all I could think about when I see him on film. I really want to see this movie. His performance on this looks really good.
So you're saying he's putting his dinkery to good use?
He's putting his dink. Well, no, he doesn't come across like a dink in this.
Oh, okay.
Right. He actually comes across like a likable person in this. And I'm a big Elton John fan. His music, everything like that. So that's sort of my thoughts on this. The dink factor has now.
Did you
vindicated?
Diminished dink factor.
Did you not like Kingsman?
I couldn't even watch it. To be
Oh, really?
honest, yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
couldn't
second
get
one
past
wasn't
it.
as good. The first one was.
But it had the Statesman in the second one,
That was
didn't it?
yeah.
I wanted to see it because, like, it was cowboys. Basically.
Well, I'm a big James Bond fan. And
Are we talking about another different movie again?
Yes, we are, yes. Boy, this is the show of sidetracks.
Right, yes. All right, Mitch, your thoughts on Rocket Man
Oh,
movie?
right, yeah, the trailer we were just watching. So I think it's really cool that they're making a movie about somebody who's still alive. It's just in general interesting. And so, and I think Elton John is just an amazing character, and it clearly has a story to tell in his up-and-comingness. So true life stories and real people are, I think, the thing that I love most about, love doing the most in theater, is true stories.
Same.
And
You never were in theater, Bobby.
modeling my character after somebody who actually existed, and bringing what I hope to be some reality to that. So I really want to see the performance in general, and then, which reminds me, actually, I haven't seen the Queen movie yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like his music.
Yeah, all right, Arnie.
I'm getting a sense of what the rating's going to be.
Yeah, I'm getting a sense of what the rating. First of all, I already know what Bobby's rating is going to be.
We should ask Bobby what he thinks. No rating, just what do you think?
Yeah.
Absolute standout movie.
Yeah,
It's gonna
okay.
be great.
I think we're all kind of going to agree on this.
Yeah.
Were you ever in theater? Total side note, were you ever in
I
theater?
directed a play in high school.
You
ever
did?
do that?
I didn't know
I
that.
told you that.
What play was it?
It was actually a zombie movie, so it wasn't realistic at all.
A play called A Zombie Movie?
No, it was like it was like a Red Dawn, only zombies.
Oh, wow.
Nice,
Okay, all right.
nice.
So anyways, this film. Arnie, your thoughts on this show?
I really want to see. I'm not really an Elton John fan. I don't dislike his music. It's like whatever. But I really want to see this.
Okay,
This
yeah.
looks really good.
All right, so we're going to go right into the ratings then. Bobby, your 2 thumbs up rating?
Way through the roof.
Way through the roof. All right. Bob Turner says, sidetrack the movie.
Yes, coming soon from Narrow Street Films.
Sidetrack the movie. Like that. All right. Mitch Fortier, your rating for this?
All right, 2 thumbs up.
There you go. Yeah, Arnie.
Yeah,
your
2
rating?
thumbs up. Yeah.
Yeah, my two thumbs up.
Wow.
Wow.
It's been a long time since we had a
should
movie
have
that
a
got.
bell when we all like
Ding,
you know,
ding, ding,
ding,
yeah.
ding, ding. Right. Yeah. Of course, we'd have to be all talking about the same movie, which we just haven't been able to do.
Well, we were all talking about Rocket Man, right? Or did we slip back into Kingsman? I have no idea at this point.
So yeah, yeah, just it looks really good, and his performance looks really good. Let me see.
I'm just so impressed he did the vocals.
Yeah,
I'm just so impressed.
I know. I would have. On the same topic, I would have loved to have seen when he toured with Billy Joel. Actually, I'm curious: is Billy Joel going to be in this? That'd be so cool if they have a young.
When's a Billy Joel movie coming out?
I
That's
know.
a story I want.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting as to who his influences are, who was involved in his career early on, and things like that.
I want to play Billy Joel in a biopic because I love Billy Joel, and I would love to play a short Jewish piano player from New York. That is what I would love to play.
Well, you got the short part going, so.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm so glad I'm sitting right here right now.
I'm so glad that you're in between us right now.
Was that an endorsement for me to play the part?
It totally was. Just work in your Jersey accent. Anyway.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to see a biopic about Billy Joel, though, because he does have he also has a really interesting.
Did we just most musicians at that level probably have an interesting story. So.
Yeah, you know.
I would think.
Right.
We just totally sidetracked.
No, we're killing time. Oh wait,
we're killing time.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. We're killing time.
Come
on, guys. Come on.
I think what?
I'm just reiterating.
Oh yeah, we gotta wrap this up. All right,
Example.
guys, we're running kind of late right now, but when we come back, we're gonna have everything goes with Mitch except for that one thing. We'll be right back.
Right now, I don't really like you that much either.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Look, boss, if I'm gonna cause a problem, maybe I should just leave. Yeah! Never speak up to me like that again.
I haven't even moved.
Yeah, we'll keep it that way.
How special are you?
How special are you?
Careful, Dad.
That guy killed 5 cops with his bare hands.
Barehanded, huh?
That's right. Lost my gloves. Made things messy. I don't like messy.
He took a bullet, too.
You did?
I did? That's right. Just a flesh wound.
I thought it was your arm.
That's what the police report said.
What police report?
That's right, dirty man.
Who is this guy?
Now, easy, Dan. Let's treat our guests with some respect.
You might want to put me down, pretty boy. Else I might have to make a mess out of your face. You know, I don't like messes.
It's on me. We were just,
on you.
yeah, we didn't know if it was on me. This is, everything goes at Mitch except for that one thing. So now I turn the camera, floor, whatever, over to Mitch.
Oh, wait.
You're here.
Is it everything or anything?
It's written everything. I was saying anything, but the guy who made the intro said everything, or wrote everything.
Can we change that?
Anything and everything.
Huh?
Anything and everything.
Anything and everything. Can we change that, actually? Yeah, we can change that. Anything goes.
We have the power to change stuff.
We have the power to
which is
change
awesome.
things, yes.
Very cool.
We have the power.
So I bet you guys didn't know before you came in today that it was Shakespeare's birthday a couple of days ago.
You're right.
I did not.
I did not know that.
Interesting facts. He's a very old dude, right?
Well, he's
not
dead.
around anymore, right?
Yeah,
But-
right, yeah.
And nobody actually knows exactly when he was born.
Really?
He was. So we're going to talk about Shakespeare today.
All right.
yeah.
Because it was his birthday. Here's how this came about.
Mm-hmm.
I auditioned for Benedict, a bucket list role from Much Ado About Nothing. Was past. Well, the monologue that I did was kind of, I didn't actually get to do my monologue at the audition. I was a little bummed out, but, and I didn't get the part. Needless to say, but neither here nor there. You have to accept failures, not failures, but you don't always get the part you audition for. So,
Right.
moving on. And so I wanted to use the monologue last week, but then I got pulled off camera.
Yeah, well, yeah,
So-
because it was Star Wars.
It was Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah,
Even
which
even
is-
the bard would be okay
Which
with
is
that.
way cool. If he were around, he would probably be into Star Wars. Yeah, it's somewhat Shakespearean in some ways.
I don't know who the bard is.
That's Shakespeare.
Yeah.
The theater people behind the camera are just like, why are we here?
So when I was trying to figure out what to do for the show, I just I figured, my monologue would be a good time to break that out and then do a little research on him. And the more you learn about Shakespeare, I think the more you realize you don't know, or we just in general the world doesn't know, because not a lot is written about him. A lot of the stuff that's talked about is based on circumstantial kind of evidence and piecing things together about his life. The bloodline is dead from as far as I know. So there's no living relatives of Shakespeare that we're aware of. However, there's rumor that somebody might have actually been fathered a child by him. I think, I want to say Duncan or something along those lines was the last name, but no proof, because it was out of wedlock infidelity kind of situation. So
with Shakespeare, what are the chances?
Back in the 1500s.
Before the advent of DNA testing.
Yeah, exactly. But I have my Anne of Green Gables shirt on, which is the first show that I ever did, which is not Shakespeare, by the way.
Okay.
The reason that I'm wearing it is because I went to find one of my Shakespeare in the Park shirts that I've done Much Ado About Nothing a few times already. And I couldn't find it. I don't know where it went. So I put this one on instead.
Okay, all right.
Side story. Point tape. All right,
I'd be the only person probably in our whole audience who would not know that was not written by Shakespeare. Just Anne of Green Gables.
It's a classic story.
I have no doubt, but I still have would not have known.
It's very popular in Japan, even though it's written by a Canadian.
Huh.
Yeah. Fun fact about Anne of Green Gables.
Yeah,
But back
it's
to
actually
you.
a pretty popular show in the U.S.
Yes, I've read this series probably 4 times. But anyway, moving on to Shakespeare.
So a couple of details. So I was, playing around with. I mean, I could spit facts all day long, but that's kind of boring.
Yeah.
So why don't we play a little game?
Okay, I'm up for a game.
Well, so I will. We can do fact or fiction kind of a situation.
Like it.
and then I may or may not be able to tie it in. Actually, you know what? I'm going to skip that.
All right.
Because I'm going to tie, because I don't want to ruin it now, because I didn't plan it very well as I'd like to.
All right.
So we're going to do something else. So here's a fun fact, and I told this one to Arnie already earlier in the show. So Shakespeare has been credited with upwards of creating upwards of 3,000 new words for the English language. 1,700 of which is being credited to him in the Old English Dictionary, which is the Bible for written words, and they're actually when they first came out and were written.
Okay, all right.
So
we're gonna like guess what word is.
So I've got a bunch of words.
Okay.
I've got like 244 of them.
Are we don't have that type of time?
You guys get to. So hey, Bobby, can you keep score?
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you guys are going to win, but it'll be spectacular.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna try not to look at your page.
He didn't create that one, right?
So no, that's
okay.
Or at least
All
not that I'm aware of. I have to look. So I actually may come up. I may have put words into here.
Okay.
That he probably created, but I don't know for sure.
Okay, all right.
Because I didn't look at all 1,700 or 3,000 for that matter.
What have you been doing for the past week?
All right. So ready? So the word accessible.
Accessible? I would say he didn't create that.
And to be different, I'll say he did.
Well, you're correct.
Who is
He
correct?
did create it.
He
Arnie
did
is
create
correct.
it. Oh, okay. All right. One
So
for Arnie.
One for Arnie.
All right.
I don't know what play, and they didn't give me that information, but that would have been kind of interesting facts.
Okay.
Batty.
He did create that.
He totally created that.
So that's 2 and 1.
And it's probably in more than one show, I imagine.
Right. Okay. Don't give me the answers, Arnie. Let's just prove how much I don't know this stuff. All right.
Airless.
I don't even know what that means, so I'm going to say he did create it.
Airless?
Airless?
Without air.
Air.
Airless.
A-I-R-L-E-S-S. Yeah.
Airless.
It's a hard word to enunciate.
Yeah.
Airless.
Yeah.
Airless.
All these soft-sounding syllables and
I
stuff.
can almost hear it in the phrase in the play, so I'm going to say yes. He created it.
What were you?
Yeah, he created it.
All right, you guys are correct. But we
Okay.
should have had Bobby playing too. That would have been fun. Get him involved with something.
Go ahead.
Something,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Okay, go to
You
the
want
next
to jump
word.
in? All right, ready? So, bombast. You used bombastic earlier.
I used the word bombastic, yes. I like the word bombastic. So I'm going to say no, he didn't create it because I know the word and I use it.
I'm gonna disagree with Terry and say no. Yes.
I'm going to say yes.
Yes, he
too.
did.
Sound feels like it. I feel like.
So, no, he did not create it. However,
Terry, one for Terry.
Terry's got a point.
And I had a fun fact about that particular word, but now I can't find where it was. But I think it was probably around his father, who was apparently a glover. He was a leather worker, and he eventually got put in jail for lending money at too high of a rate of some kind. So
Not done in those days.
yeah, you can't do that kind of stuff. And then selling say he was selling something else too. So it's just he was a criminal.
Okay.
Shakespeare's dad.
Well, some
And
of the best people have criminals in their background.
and apparently illiterate too. So I don't know how that all worked
And
out.
some of the best people have that in their background.
We're going to go about 1 minute late today, just so you know. So we're going to go 2 minutes. Yes. So there, I just got a 2-minute warning for this. So one last word. This is the tiebreaker. All right. No clues to anybody. All right. Whoever gets this one right, all right, is going to be the winner. Okay. All right, Mitch. The last word.
Baseless.
Don't.
I'm answering. Yes, I think he made it.
All right, Bobby.
Yes.
I'm going to say no.
Yes is correct.
All right, there we go. All right, so one last word to tie these two together.
Well, let me give you some other cool fun facts, actually. So Shakespeare's birthday is celebrated traditionally on the 23rd, and I didn't get to this point, which is kind of interesting. His actual baptism was recorded on the 26th, which is a Wednesday. And law, I guess, or Christian law back then, was such that you had to be baptized by the Sunday after your birth, essentially, or prior to. And so, therefore, he had to have.
How can you be baptized prior to your birth?
Well, I mean, the Sunday after your birth, the first Sunday after your birth. You'll figure it out.
Such an idiot.
Actually, you know what? When I was looking up this point, I was trying to. I'm like, I get it.
I'm such a moron.
You okay?
He'll be fine.
Keep it together.
The point is, nobody really knows when he was born, but they can pretty much estimate if they follow the law. It was by the 23 days prior on that Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
He could have been born on the Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
He wasn't born on Saturday because he would have been baptized on Sunday.
Right.
Kind of situation.
Right.
So then, and plus he died on the 23rd of 1616. So he died on the same day that he was now being celebrated as likely being born, which is interesting.
That brings it roundabout.
Yeah.
Anyways, we gotta wrap this up though, guys. We are already past the time.
We'll leave it there.
We'll leave it there. All right. On death, Arnie, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was going to say my first encounter with Shakespeare as a kid was when I was like 10, 12, and I was looking through my dad's old book, and I was reading Macbeth, and I saw The Way to Dusty Death, and I'm like, that's an Alistair MacLean novel.
That's what I thought. All right. Words of wisdom. So one word to take away with this, Bobby Trickett. If you were to say to someone a word of inspiration.
Just do it.
All right.
Just
I like that.
do it.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I think I recognize.
You know what I'm going.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. Shia LaBeouf. Arnie.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They're going to happen, and they're a sign of growth.
Yes. Mitch.
Silence.
It's golden.
Silence. That's your word of inspiration? Silence?
Explore the silence.
Oh, okay. I like that. All right. And my final words of wisdom is make sure you check your microphones before you go live in the air. All right, folks. We'll be back next week. Early Late Night Live Show. We will not be on Facebook next week. We'll be solely on YouTube. Thank you, everyone on Facebook. And we will be back. Bob Turner says, never give up. That's his words of wisdom. Thank you, Garrison players. And we'll be back next week. Adios, folks.